Tony's really come into the zone once he's met Dylan. He's a lot calmer, less twitchy.
I don't know, he makes a lot more mom jokes and a lot more girl jokes.
Oh yeah, he does do that.
He's grown up a lot since the days of picking daisies out in the soccer field, you know.
He's always been the quiet leader.
One day you'll realize that there's more to life than just Hot Pockets and ping pong.
Yeah. You're not the type of girl to remain with the guy too shy, too afraid to say he'll give his heart to you forever. I'm not the boy that will fall to his knees with the dance class type begging you please to stay with him for worse or for better. But I'm staring at you now, there's no one else around. I'm thinking you're the girl for me. I'm just saying it's fine by me if you never leave, and we can live like this forever. It's fine by me. In the past I would try hard to commit to a girl, wouldn't get too
Brady, you got any advice? Or a story? Or even just a story?
Well, advice, I don't know if it'd be appropriate for this film, but just be patient and just try to avoid the little things. And the bathroom is hers, dude. It's hers. Just remember that. Just saying it's fine by me if you never leave, and we can live like this.
Me and Destry like the show Seinfeld, and on that show there's an episode where Elaine dates a guy named Tony. So when Dylan told us that she met a guy named Tony and was head over heels for him, that was the first thing I thought of. And so for the first little while, all me and Destry could do every time we heard the name Tony was imitate Jerry Seinfeld, and it was always this. It was always, hey, Tony, hey, sexy Tony, pretty boy Tony. So I guess if we have any advice, make sure that Tony and Dylan always have that playful, fun relationship that is personified in hey, Tony. Yeah. Hey, Tony.
It's fine by me. I'm just saying it's fine by me. If you never.
Congratulations, Dylan. We're very proud of you, and Tony. Our advice would be really to just treat each other like they're your #1 priority. That's probably the most important thing I think that you can learn after we've only been married for almost 6 years. So that's what
I'm still working on that, so take it from him.
And save water, shower together. That would be the other thing.
There you go.
And Darcy's going to share the story.
So here's our story. So when we were here at Christmas, well, January for Destry's wedding, then we were staying at my dad's, and Dylan told us that she was going on a date with this boy named Tony, and so I was waiting up for her. I kept texting her like, hey, when are you gonna be home? And she would never text me back, so we waited up till 2 a.m. and then I went in Destry's room and I was like, Destry, Dylan is still not home. It's 2 a.m. Do you know who Tony is? Do you know when she's gonna be home? Is this normal? And Destry's like, no, this isn't normal. So, as crazy as we are, we got on Facebook and we looked up all of her friends named Tony, and we were sending them messages like, hey, I know this is really weird and random, but did you take our sister on a date tonight? All we knew was that you were driving to Salt Lake and meeting someone, and let's be honest, your driving is not very good. So she
actually told us that she wouldn't come and visit us in St. George when we were living down there because she didn't know how to get down there. And it's,
she didn't know how to get
south on I-15 for a while.
Lehigh to St. George, so you know. Anyway, so we were worried sick about her, and we weren't hearing back from her, and then finally we get a call, and apparently we had finally reached the right Tony on Facebook, and he looked down and said, "Oh my gosh, my sister is calling me," and Dylan's like, "Oh, it's fine, just like answer it, no big deal," and he's like, "No, Dylan, like your sister's contacting me," and he was like so scared. So Dylan finally called us, and she was fine. She was just having such a great time with Tony. So from that time on, we just called him 2 a.m. Tony. So that's what he's known to by us, is 2 a.m. Tony. And we're so glad that you're in the family, Tony. We like you a lot. And if Dylan likes you, then you must be a really good guy, because she doesn't keep anyone around that's not a keeper.
So good luck, Dylan and 2 a.m. Tony. We love you guys.
And it's never easy. Darling, believe me, I'm as skeptical as you. When I think of life without us, it seems like what we're supposed to do.
Mountain tonight. How about the grows of female tonight? How about they grow tonight to my little flowers?
Aww,
The end.
that's so good.
Just saying it's fine by me. If you never leave, we can live like this forever. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. If you never leave.
We're in California, and we're all done. The trip's over, and we all want to go home. And Tony's like, one last boogie board ride. And we all doubted him, but it ended up being the best waves and boogie board riding we've ever had. We'll never doubt Tony again.
So it's graduation, and on the night of graduation we're at the after party, and we're over at the bowling alley. And Tony and one of our other good buddies decides that the loser of the two has to streak back to the high school. And Tony, of course, doesn't do well under pressure, and so he was obviously doing pretty poorly and ended up cheating his score at the very end. And then he ended up confessing, so we still had to streak across, and it was pretty memorable. That's good.
A little bit of everything, pretty much. I'll eat anything at this point except the pickled eggs, but don't tell my dad. I ate a sandwich. Have you seen the pickled eggs?
No, I haven't had any. I saw them. I don't even know what they taste like.
My dad personally made those. You should try one.